Once you've made these round balls and it's been dried, this is for the Japanese lanterns. This is the center part of the ball. This is of the fruit. This is the fruit we do it. Physalis, it's called as physalis. So I'm going to show you how to color this and then how to bring the shine. Okay, this part we are going to do, and let's see how I'm going to color it. Here, what I'm going to do here now is I have two different colors. Tiger lily, it's a deep orange. I don't want so deep, so I'm going to mix it with an exotic orange or a bit lighter orange mix. Okay, so in that way the color will be not too bright or not too less. Okay, just going to take a pinch of this tiger lily orange. Mix with this guy. Yeah, so together when you mix it, you get not a very deep and not a very light. Okay, this is nice. So this color I'm going to apply on all the balls. So make sure everywhere it has been clearly stuck. So once you color them nice like this, so the berry also will look nice. See, that's why I've given base yellow. I've given a light mild yellow base. So that is more, it will lift up the orange what we are applying now. So that's the reason I've given the light base yellow. Okay, once you've done this, see, all these are very beautiful for fillers. All these berries are beautiful for fillers. Then just keep on doing the same one. That's why these are all easy work. So you could work on your free time. So color all of them like this. So once we color that, I'm going to show you what the next step I'm going to take on. Yeah, once you have colored it like this, now I have an aluminum foil, something like this. So I'm going to show you why I'm going to use that. And here I'm going to add the confectioner's glaze. Okay, once you've done that, just dip the berry very gently. Okay, excess you will definitely have it. So for the excess, what I do is I just keep it here. I'm just in and out I do it. So all the excess flows out, spreads out. Okay. So once again you can do it. No problem. So then once again just split out. Just be careful and then quickly lift it up like this. You see how shiny and nice it is. Just let it get dried first and then we will add the leaves to it. We will add the petals to it. Okay, the outer petals, I'm going to show you how to work on this. Let me show you, let me finish this and then let me come back, and we are going to do the foliage as well as the outer petals also. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make the calyx for the physalis. I've here used a bitter lemon color, and I'm just taking some more dough. Okay, if you have a dahlia cutter or a calyx cutter, you can use that itself, okay? Because this calyx also, we can turn them into that. See, I've made and kept here already. So I'm going to show you one, how to make it. In each physalis, 3 to 4 calyx, you can add it, okay? So here, once again, I'm just taking the dough and then just thinning them as I do. And then thin the other side. Just thin as much as possible. I'm just here using an old brush, the stem of the brush, so that's the way. And I'm using a dahlia cutter, one of the petal cutter I'm using. Just cut and take it. So, and I'm using a 30 gauge wire, okay? Even you can use a 34 or a 36 also. So just insert in, don't go too much inside. I'm just going to insert in half the way, very less amount of the way there. And then I'm just going to place any leaf veiner which you have a strong veins, you can use that, because that will be beautiful for this, because in this the veins are more important. So any leaf veiner if you have which has a strong veins, use that. See this, just go ahead, press nicely firmly, because we need all these veins. So these veins only are going to give a beautiful finish. Okay, if you see the veins, see how strong it is. So immediately what I do is I just squeeze this part, okay, and squeeze this edge also. You can just squeeze there a little bit, tear it also. Then you need to have a bend like this, okay. So for that bend, what I'm doing here is, see here, I'm just placing on a curvature point and just leaving it. Okay, so that gets you the natural bend. Okay, so this is how we make the calyx for the physalis. Then now we will do the coloring. I'll show you how to color the calyx as well as the leaf. I'm just going to show you how to color the physalis. This calyx, we can call it. Always see these are the small differences which you can make in your arrangement, because if you keep on working on the same kind of berries and all those things, then this is totally different and it looks fresh on your arrangements. So that's the reason I thought I'll teach you this physalis, how to make it. It's very easy and it looks something very interesting to work on also. Okay, so to color the physalis, as I already have told you how to make this, I've showed you. With this, I'm just using the lime color, the bitter lemon. The bitter lemon, I've used the base as it is, okay, and have used a strong veiner here. So I'm going to show you how to color this. So here I have aubergine, then grass green I have, then fawn brown. That's what the fawn color I have. So with the three, I'm going to teach you how to work on this. I've used, you can use a flat brush also. So here first what I'm going to do here is, first the base I'm going to give a green. I'm using a filbert brush. If you have a filbert, you can use a filbert also. See, the trick in this is you need to do it very light, okay. Don't press the brush too much. You need to do in a very light manner and a quick motion should be there. See here, just go ahead quickly. See, just the veining part, the strong veining part alone gets colored. It's a quick movement you need to give. So once you give that, you see this how it is. So like that, and the same way inside also I give a green, just a mild touch of quick green, okay. Just work on the green quickly like that. Now I'm going to use an aubergine to brighten up. Just same way, a mild touch, and quick work on it. See, it highlights the veins more. Should be quick. The motion should be quick. Then only it will not go inside the other parts of the calyx. Just as quick as possible. Now see how bright we have taken off. Then I'm going to give a bit of fawn to show it, because generally it opens up with a light brownish tint. So I'm just giving a slight brownish tint to it. I'm using a fawn for this. Now you see how it looks. The same way inside you should do. Once I have done the green, now I'm going to turn it upside down, and from the top I'm going to work quickly. Okay, see how quick if you work on. Now the same way the brown or the fawn I give, I just touch the edges. If you touch the edges, just a matter of just spreading the color, that's it. Like this you get. Okay, like this for all the calyx you should do. Once you have done this, but make sure always take a very lighter range of colors of the green, especially the green. If your green is very dark, use little bit corn flour and mix it up so it becomes more lighter, because we just want to highlight a very little bit of green, that's it. Don't overdo it. All these kind of berries will look very nice. Keep on keep on doing the same berries, red color, blueberries, blackberries, like that. These are all something different, and the arrangement also will look nicer. See this, I'm working on with the aubergine color. So see how beautifully it highlights when I work with aubergine. See there? See, there's just a quick work on aubergine. You need to have a strong veiner on that. Any leaf veiner, if you have a stronger ones, that will work for this. So then, outer version, as I told you, I'm just going to blend it with the fawn. Turn it upside down. Just a here and there. There's no need to be there's no need to spread it evenly. You can just a splash of fawn here and there. That should be nice. Yeah, like that. So once you do all the three of this like that, then we will join this, and I'll show you the leaf also for this. Generally the leaf, there are so many different varieties of leaf for this, the foliage for this. So one of the foliage which I have taken similarly to the grape leaf I have taken. So I'm going to show you how I color that also. Okay, so now let me finish this and we are going to join this. Now let me join that. Take a thin tape, like cut the tape into two and use the tape. And we have already made this centers. So with the centers, I'm just going to work on it. Just quick bend it and then keep one. Once you kept there, keep the other one, other calyx there, the third one there, like this. You can work on like this. Yeah, like this you can work on. They look beautiful, and see, it looks so natural. I'm going to tape all the three together like this. Hold your tape tight. Stretch it up. then cover the wires fully with the tape. So once you have done that, okay, now see how it is. See, I've made here so many of them. See, they look beautiful, they look very natural. See how they look, and see behind, if you could see how beautiful the veins have been visible. Like this itself, you just added, they look beautiful. Even the foliages, you can add the foliages I have done here is I've used the grape leaf foliage. I've just worked it like that. I'll show you this also. So you can either use this or even without it, or if you can use even the normal, any normal foliage, what you get it also you can use, because you can check up with the Google with what other kind of foliages you get for this. So according to that you can work on it. So let me show you how to color this also in a bit different way. Chrysalis leaf. So what we need for the leaf is, you can use the same grape leaf cutter, and then if you have any thick veiners or grape leaf veiner or something like this, I have the veiner like this. So I'm going to use this for the chrysalis leaf. So I'm going to show you how to make it. I have taken here bitter lemon color mixed with the dough, and then I'm going to start working on it. I have 2 or 3 different sizes you can have, so I'm going to use another size also. Same, this is the ridge method I'm using. Just clear off one side. Just try to take as thin as possible. So just press and release. So once you've done that, you can always remove this off. Then I have taken here a 26 gauge wire, so inserting it until the ridge is there, and then I'm going to place it here. And then use my sponge. If you have a sponge, use your sponge. This is a one side veiner. I don't have a double side veiner, I'm using this. So if you have a double side veiner, please use that. Just press all the sides, make sure the impression is fallen. Then always when you want to remove it, slowly just lift up the sides. Don't directly pull it from here, so then the wire will come out separately. So always remove from the sides, so it's easy and you'll have a beautiful veins. Okay, so once this is been done, so you need to keep this, we need some character to it, so you need to keep it in an aluminum foil. I'm going to show you how I've kept the others. So like that you can keep it like here. See here I've made some and I've kept it here. So like that, just leave it and just give some bends so it becomes more natural. So here I'll see, if you could see, I've just done it here for the small leaf. Also I've done it here. See like this. So once you do this and keep like this, you'll get shapes, different shapes. So then we will start coloring it. The chrysalis foliage, as I told you before itself, you have so many different foliages for different varieties. So I've used something nearly like something nearer to a grape leaf, the ones which I have taken one. So I've used my grape leaf only for this. So I'm going to show you how to color this. The same thing, you need to take the aubergine, grass green and fawn. With the same thing, I'll show you how to do it. Same petal dust, I'll show you. So something like this I've done. So you can also do something like this, or even without the foliage also you can work on. So it's all depends upon what basis you wanted. See, I've just given this base as an yellow, as I told you, bitter lemon. So when I give the bitter lemon, just I like to go for a more lighter color of green, so it looks more fresh. For the smaller version, it looks more fresh. So for the small ones, I'm just giving a nice green. As I told you, with this, it look the base yellow. When you give, the green looks more natural, and you will get a nice fresh green. Same way, color the back side also. So when I color, the veins is getting visible. As I told you, because this is a small foliage, so I'm giving a full green to it. Okay, so now if you go for a bigger ones, you can always add on the mild way. You can even mix up a bit of yellow to this, so it gives you a pale green. So you can work out like that. Maybe I will show you with the yellow also. Here I have a sunflower yellow. So you can just mix up with a bit of green. So it looks more pale, more of a fresh green you get, but we will add this mild green to this and add some more different colors, so we get a bit more natural way. Okay, so with the green, I'll start from the inside part. Spread them evenly. See how many times I go also. I make sure I go from the top. Wherever you've started, work from there. Color your back also, back of the foliage, fully give the same color. Okay, once you have colored this green, now slowly you can add different colors to give a more natural look. So I'm using an aubergine, so just the base color, very mild, just give a base mild aubergine, so the green gets covered with a bit more darker shade and it looks more. Just spread it across the thing, the foliage. Now you see the total color has become more deeper and lighter. The green, what I mean to say, because of the aubergine. Now once I've done this, now I'm going to take, you can take a fawn color or you can take a deep brown also. Anyway, just go ahead anywhere in the edges you want to give. Just deepen that place. That's it. Deepen that place. And just brush it up overall, okay? When you brush it overall, then it looks more natural than giving it in just one single point. Try to give all the veins so they get nice and dark. See, like this. See the difference now? You could see, so all different colors like this you can do for the foliage of the physalis. Okay, thank you.